Hello there. Ooh, you wonder if Midjourney can make us a logo? I thought we got one with a baboon. Yeah, there's no alerts in that scene. Everybody, you got shafted. Thank you for your points. Stick with us a little bit longer to get your points back.
I just want the record to be shown that the two people bitching about not showing quality are the two men who are notorious for literally talking about literally farts and pooping instead of talking about qualifying.
That is very true. Ooh, good iron clip. We're starting today very strong. Hello and welcome, everybody. Round
hello.
4. Nurburgring.
It shouldn't be this hard.
It shouldn't be. It's Tiago's favorite track. And
hello
Tiago
there.
Even in here today.
No, because it's not the full of his favorite track. This is only, you know, what, 15, 16 corners of his favorite track. So
Turn my mic up. Oh, god damn it. Alright, we're turning it up.
At this rate, when we do the IRL New World meetup, I'm just going to come back with a bunch of Bruces because Dad and Stepdad are going to beat me up.
Of course they will. Welcome. So, quali. No, it didn't start. What are we doing? Everybody's on their first hot lap currently?
Yeah. The first one that's going to be crossing the line on a valid lap as he finals the last corner.
Let's Verstappen.
English is Matt Mellenson, aka Max Verstappen in the Red Bull livery.
A 158 immediately taken over by Wampler and Kubrick. So Kubrick with a 55.8, that's actually not bad at all for bronze.
That is really solid time.
5-second penalty. What, Verstappen at Nurbs? That is a very solid time for Kubrick. So far so good. The other boys currently coming up. Miller, one corner to go. I think Steven Hansen putting in his first lap as well with a 159.3.
Joe Kronk going through sector 2 at the moment, trying to put in his first lap as well.
Yeah. I think yeah, Paul, you're gonna be sticking around the back, I guess, today. Somebody's been practicing.
The lap times are actually insane around here now, apparently. So I know that the pro boys are in the 52s. Like Nick is hitting 52s. Rados is able to hit the 52s.
Oops.
I secretly went into the practice server the other night in the Bonda, to prepare for the inevitable, and I think I had a couple laps that I could have gotten into the 54s, so my optimal lap time was 54s.
Okay.
It's just fucking insane. Like, these boys are rapid.
All right, well, it looks like we're going to have quite a bit of a race today. 30 people on track so far. Pretty good number. Not your lap time. Paul is going to be sitting in the back. It's all right. We don't care about Paul anyways.
Get fucked.
Quality next to Chris. All right. I do smell like chlorine.
He always smells like chlorine on Sundays.
Shawinski, we haven't talked about him. He's 1 second up on his lap time. He's going to go up to P3. 1.5 seconds off of Kubrick. That's a fast time, 55.8. Paul and I make it a wall with your boats.
Joby, you're a liar. I saw it.
Oh, welcome, Barrett.
So I see Barrett's going with the Nick Alvarado strat. Show up, ask for tire pressures and fuel, and go win.
I'm proud of you, Barrett.
It's that easy.
I'm proud of you. Your maple syrup is made in Vermont? Not real. Joe Kronk up 8/10. Gonna move up to P5. There's quite a bit of range in the Browns' time so far.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm sure like a lot of times being left in Sector 1, as everyone knows, the Mercedes Arena here is absolutely the worst section in all of motorsports. You can gain a second or lose a second by merely missing one apex in the entire section.
Yeah. Well, Kubrick is about to completely expand that gap. He is up 5/10, coming across the line at 55.3 for our first section in quali. So I guess, Paul, you're going to be sitting all the way in the back. Miller up 4/10, a few corners to go. Thanks, de malade. Okay. I think Kubrick has had enough and has gone back to the pits. That's going to be it for his laps.
Yeah, he's sitting at 55.3, feeling very comfortable, flashing that silver badge quite early.
Yeah. David Miller improving on his lap time is going to go up to P2. It's almost 2 seconds off of Kubrick. So Kubrick absolutely dominating this quality so far. The bronze class.
Yeah, I feel like, and that lap time should hold pretty well even through the silvers, I think. We'll see. I think it's a really solid lap time.
Yep.
We were talking about the other night how, back in the day, this community was happy with seeing 55s and like the occasional 54s. That's some quick lap times, and now we're looking at 2 seconds quicker than that now.
I'm sorry, Paul. Are you Paul, you need to practice some French. Is that it?
Paul, this is a English only chat, please.
Also, that's not real French that you're typing in chat. That is bullets French. You don't. That's not what I expected to see. Okay. Yeah, Paul is trying to keep it quiet. You bullet. He's Ooh. That did not look clean there for Melanson. Lost like 3/10 going into the chicane. Gonna gain back a little bit. Improve on his lap time. He's not gonna be able to move up a spot. But we do have Wampler right behind with 3/10 up. Is gonna move up to P2. David Miller has been pushed back. 20 seconds to go. We'll see if Miller. I don't think Miller is gonna be able to do much. He has 3 corners to go. What is going on in chat?
It's just, Paul being Paul and Bullet taking the bait.
We appreciate you for that. That is going to be about it. So Ryan Wampler is the last person that has crossed the line in time, is going to be able to put in one more valid lap. See if he can improve on this. All the silvers are on track now. Silver split, best split.
Silver split's best split. Michael Lukey taking the long way around turn 1. You love to see it. Ryan, I'm gonna get murdered by someone in the chicane today. Cody, out there getting his tires warmed up, already starting the train.
Well, while that's happening, our last of the bronze people, Ryan Wampler, is up on his lap time. And now that I've said it, I'm gonna absolutely murder his time. Yeah, there it is.
It was already invalid.
Ah. So that is going to be it, I guess, for him.
You might have actually invalidated it. He just decided to stop. So that was probably you, Ferris. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just practicing my my sniping skills.
Mm-hmm.
Have to. Poor lad in the Maca. Wampler? Yeah. Hey, Ryan. Give us a flash. So who is first on track? Joseph German. Yeah, there you go with the flash, Ryan. Joseph German is going to cross. He's quite far ahead. I guess he's going for full speed. Focus, Ryan. Nick going for the repeat win? I guess so.
Nick is not here today.
Ooh. Stop.
Family aggro.
So our first hot lap starts now. Just German. A bunch of yellow flags. People just slowing down. For the chicane, making some space.
Ryan flashed to say "Let me live" to Mark Robeson and Chuck.
I don't see it. I don't see it. There it is. Great. You probably try a bump draft through the chicane today. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Yeah.
So Mark's gonna be the one that kills him.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
You know,
Get him his quality,
it happens.
Jose. It's all right. Get in here. Get your race in. Probably pit in early. Avoid fighting. Get
Make
some
King
spots.
Baboon proud, Jose.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of joining late, Barrett has joined the server now. Sitting in the pits currently. Get your laps in. So 6 minutes to go. Well, 7 minutes to go for silvers. We've not talked about them at all. We just looked at Ryan flash a little bit.
Yeah.
On screen, Joseph German putting in his first hot lap currently is not invalidated yet, but is not looking like his fastest so far.
Ryan has invalidated his lap time.
Paul is just sitting. I missed him. Paul was sitting all the way outside track, going for a picnic in the sand, trying to collect some for Tiago.
Yeah. You know, sometimes Tiago hires us to go inspect the sand.
Let's go number
so we have to
9.
go out and grab samples.
Oh, is that the spawn of Turner?
It is the spawn of
It is the spawn of Turner.
one of them.
A mini Turner. Welcome. So number 9, Turner, currently in the Boatley. Welcome. Our first hot lap's coming in. Kaio so far with the first 55.2. And Green enough to go into the 54 so far. So hopefully lots of good times to come from the Silver Boys.
Jose, yes, your brother set a lap of a 55.7, clearly sandbagging because I know both Guzmans are under the King Baboon banner now.
The very floral livery there, Carlos. Sitting there so far, so 3/10 up on his lap time. He has some time to go. 4/10 up for Kaio so far, so into the 54s if you can keep this up. A lot of the boys starting to put in their lap times. Ryan in the green with his last lap invalidated. Almost 5 minutes to go.
So it all makes sense. Apparently, rule number 1 of being coached by Nick must have anime livery. That is Carlos Guzman with the Genshin Impact livery. So Boobas on car makes you faster. It's the motto of Nick Baboon Alvarado coaching.
Yes, Nick Baboon does that. Kaio about to cross for his second valid lap. 6/7 up into the final corner. 7/10 up, so that is a very fast lap so far. It's going to be a 54.5 for Kaio. Best sectors so far. Max Stiggs improves on his lap time, the exact same lap time as Kubrick. So we're starting to see some really fast laps come in.
Yep, and back to my point of how much time you can lose and gain in Sector 1, Kaio already up 2/10 in just the Mercedes arena.
As one
And
does.
loses it all on exit and loses almost 3/10. Welcome to Mercedes Arena in Nurburgring.
Welcome to Mercedes Arena. Chris with 1 corner to go, up 8/10 is probably going to lose it all now that I've mentioned it.
Thank you for following, T-Ray.
Oh, thank you very much, T-Ray, for following. So Chris Turner moves up to P6 so far, and right behind Joby, also in the Bentley. Lots of Bentley boys today.
Yep, the Lamb Bros have diminished, and the Boatley Bros have increased. Also, please make sure you have no kids in the room when watching Chris's livery. Not safe for work.
I didn't actually even pay attention to it at all. Just buy a new Christopher livery, I guess.
Yep, it's the Dirty Bird fried chicken.
Mm-hmm. Dominic Chaumont, final corner, up a whole second on his lap time, is going to move himself up to P5 or P3. To P5, nearly up into P3, if he can get his lap a little bit faster. He can do it. Max Stiggs also improving his lap time. He's going to move up to in front of Kubrick if he can keep it. What?
Michael Lukey turns in just a smidge too early and validates through the chicane.
Oh, as one does.
That was an absolute banger.
Yeah, that would have been a very fast lap. It seemed like he was a second up, and not enough to get a clean one in. 2 minutes to go for Silvers. They're all going to have one more shot at this.
Max Stiggs currently up 3/10 through the Mercedes arena, almost 4/10 to see if he can get a good exit. Decent exit, so he's holding 3.5 through Mercedes arenas. Let's see if he can find some more time. He needs to find 3 more tenths to take over Caio for P1.
You just had a rig failure. Oh no, Jose. What happened?
No.
This ain't good.
This is not good.
This is not good. Are you able to fix it? Ryan Cody. Ryan, we didn't even look at you. Still haven't put in a valid lap. Come on, man.
He's choosing a safe place for his car to not die by putting it in the back of the grid.
No, so one more chicane to go for Ryan. That is bumpy. He makes it through. Final corner.
So he's going to put a time in here. See what that macho engine can bring. It's going to be crossing the line.
Into P12.
56.2.
Safe lap for him. Barrett also yet to put in his lap after joining a little late.
So,
The Mr.
sorry.
Clean Nissan. Go ahead.
Max Stiggs, Max Stiggs not able to find the extra couple tenths, but still improves on this lap time. It's now 4.7, so he's currently a little over 2 tenths. That's it for him and his quali, so he will finish P2.
Yeah, I thought we were going to see him. He did cross the line with just a few seconds to go. I guess he's decided to call it there. So he's going to be sitting in P2 for silver behind Caio. So Kai with a 54.3. That is a very fast lap. And we have seen some more green on his lap time as he was making his way around the track.
The support pillar for the wheelbase just snapped.
Oh.
What?
Oh. That's not supposed to happen, mate. Oh, Joby moves up to P3 on the last lap.
Mr. I haven't done a 54. Doesn't matter.
Barrett into the final corner. It's looking like not a very fast lap for him, but just a safe one. At least moves up to P18. It looked like he was red on his delta by a whole second, so we know he has some time.
Yeah, well, that was just a nice banker lap from Joby, saving the rest for the race.
28.5, probably not the right pressures. Yeah, ooh, Ryan there. That's not how you, not how you bring it home. We've also not looked at Kyle Heslin. Kyle, currently on the green lap, is not going to be enough to move up to P4 and just 55 flat, so a very good lap from him.
I think we're following. I want to say TIA government because of abbreviations, but
Tiago? Is that Tiago's government?
yeah, is that Tiago?
Where is Tiago anyways? Tiago was supposed to join today, wasn't he?
I don't know. He is nowhere to be seen. He's hiding in his tree.
Remind me to make... Wait. Carlos, you're running quali with 60 liters? Lovely. Still a subtle flex there, right? Carlos sitting in P4.
No, that's a good point, Bull. He's probably just hanging out with T-Swift.
All right.
So the gold boys are out. And with that, a lot more goals this week. I love to see it. This gives me small hopium.
Small hopium.
That's somehow I am saved from having to race next season, but it's not looking good.
Well, Bruce Hopkins also in the silvers deciding not to quali, so he's taking the rest, a little bit more rest to be a little bit more fresh in the race, I guess. Starting from the back. All the pros currently, or the golds, I'm sorry, putting in their first valid hot lap. We're going to see Badmus. That did not look safe at all.
So my hot take here, Rados will probably bin it in the chicane. I watched him bin it like 3 times in practice. Right before quali and the chicane taking a little too much curb.
As one does.
As one does. And as I say that, his first hot lap comes in at the 53.8.
Lovely.
And then Mate coming in with a 54.1. Dylan Sauer 54.7. Uthman Badmus 54.9.
Our first valid hot laps there. Carl Big moves up to P1 with a 53.7, so just a tenth, a little bit over a tenth off of Rados. And both
Big.
in the green so far. Hit your skill cap. You can do it. So the only person yet to put in a valid lap from the gold. So David Funk hadn't validated his first hot lap. So
He's just cooking. It's fine.
yeah, just letting all the boys set in their times and come and take over. Jose Guzman makes his way into the server. Welcome.
Gonna try to race, but it might be done for me. Oh my god.
That sucks. It does. Like, Ryan, shut up. So our lap's starting to come in. Rados and Carl Big both up a tenth and a half. As I say that, Carl has lost a little bit, but is gaining it back. Sakachi has backed off just a little bit, it seems. He's probably made a mistake and decided to make some space.
We're about to have a shootout between Carl and Rados if they keep this up.
So Badmus crosses the line. Rados moves up to P1 one more time. We're going to see David Funk putting in his first valid lap as well.
Nick is family aggro.
Where's Nick Baboon? I don't know. He's being a baboon.
Yeah, he said family day.
Oh, there it is. So one more time. Yeah, we're going to see Chris Big.
Oh,
Love it.
You did it.
I did it.
Oh,
I did
my
it.
God.
I did it. Chris Big. I say it as I'm reading your name, Chris. So Chris Big moves up again to P1, and Rados. They're both going to be fighting, and both improving one more time on their lap times, with a 53.2 for Carl so far.
I told you these boys have 52s in them. It's insane.
The lap times are coming out. These guys have been... They're on something. Flip it and chip it. Yes.
I think this is probably the race with the largest gap in delta across the entire field. And it's not that long of a lap time. I feel like traffic's gonna be playing a lot today.
Traffic is going to be a big factor there. Rados improving on his lap time, really pushing there.
Absolute clown. Oh, and he hits the wall. Absolutely choking.
Yeah, Badmus right behind him now with a little bit of a toe and not improving on his lap time, but yeah.
All right, Bullet, now ship it to Carl.
Thelma called him Chris Carl. So Luis improving on his lap time, 7/10 currently.
Inc 52. Oh, he lost it on the final corner. Carl Big was in a delta for a 52, crosses the line with a 53 flat.
I don't want to see a 52. Get out of here. And he's just gonna call it.
No, he heard you. He's like, all right, it's that.
There is no Carl here. You see, it says C Big. That is Chris Big.
Yep. He's like, you know what? He saw the clip. Now he's got to go drink whiskey because of you.
Alright. I'm going to turn on self-monitoring. Okay, now I can hear myself. Helps to think. Not that I do much of it, to be honest, but...
Yeah, that just hurts my brain.
What, just hearing yourself back?
Yeah. That's not a safe space.
No, that's because you have delay. Get good, man.
It's just not a safe space to listen to my own brain.
Oh, love it. Love it.
So, Mate Sakachi currently up 2/10 on his lap time. Trying to give Rados a battle there for the second position on the front
row. See you and good luck.
See, the real Chris knows.
Absolutely, Chris. That's exactly what we're here for. We're here to hear me mispronounce names, actually just name people something completely different, and sometimes Milo also does it. I've infected him. Sakachi, 7/10 up on his lap time, is gonna take that P2 from Rados. Rados has some competition now.
Yeah, it's just, skill issue, and it's totally fine. Rados is used to this. On and off the racetrack, Greg puts him in his place, and Greg's just passed it on to the other folks while he can't race.
So Sakachi is looking like he is moving up on his delta. He might have just enough to move Carl Big off of the pole position.
Yep. Rados. And yellow flag for Rados. He is going to send it back to the shadow realm of pit lane.
That is going to be it for Robeson. P10, P9 for Dylan Sauer. We've not really looked at them during quali, unfortunately, but yeah, so some safe laps. It looks like they're really struggling there in the Lexus and Ferrari compared to all the Honda boys up in the top.
So Mate currently going through the Schumacher S's right now. Was green on his delta, is now even. He just has to find literally a 10th. That's all he needs. Gonna come down to the wire.
He had the 10th. He did have it. We know the pace is there. I think we're gonna see a good battle up in front today, and traffic is gonna play a big role in the battle today. It looks like with the delta. 2/10 for Badmus across the final corner is gonna move up to P4. Luis is not going to improve all that much. 4/10, 5/10 for David Funk. Funky Town. P5 1:05 for him. Luis loses all his time on the final corner, and Matej Sakachi also loses all of his time in the final section there. Nice crash, Luis. And that is going to be it for qualification. That has been a fantastic quali so far. Actually, a lot of gap there. The fast boys are really fast today. So, for best sector 1, Sakachi by 10th, and we have Carl with the best sector 2 and 3. 53 flat for Carl, so nearly a 52.
Yep, I think if the track was just a couple of degrees cooler, would have seen those 52s. Could see him in the race though. As these temps drop throughout the race, definitely possible, I think.
Definitely. Safe race, boys. Watch out for the snipes from Ferris and Joey.
That's fair.
Are you loaded? Have you loaded your sniper, Joey? You came so close to dying last lap.
Whoa.
What?
No. Ferris was talking about you, Funk, not me. I was roasting Rados for skill issues.
I looked at you. I'm going to look at everybody that's green on their lap time. Every single time.
Called content.
Ooh, all right, so a sunset drive for all the boys tonight. 8 p.m. on the Nurburgring. The non-Nordschleife. Thiago's favorite track without the favorite part. And that we do the track walk.
Let's do the track walk.
All right, Joey, you're on.
Am I doing the track walk?
Yeah, you are.
Shit.
I'm going to mispronounce everybody's name if I do it.
All right, that's fair. All right, so on pole we have Carl, aka Chris Big, in the Honda. P2 is Matej Sakachi in the Honda as well. P3, Andrew Choke Rados in the Honda as well. P4, Uthman Badness in the Ferrari. P5, David of Funky Town Funk in the Lambro. P6, Luis Castro in the Ligma Awareness Aston Martin. P7, Kayo in the BMW. P8, Max Diggs in the Porsche. P9, Dylan Sauer in the Ferrari. P10, Mark Robeson in the Lexus. P11, Joseph Savage in the Boatley. Carlos Guzman is P12 in the Aston Martin. P13, Kyle Heslin in the McLaren. P14, we have Ben Kubrick in the Ferrari. P15 is Dominic Chaumont in the Porsche. P16, Richard McSharpenberry in the Ferrari as well. P17, Chris Hydad Turner in the Bentley. P18, Michael Lukey in the infamous Lukey Porsche. P19, Paul Stepdad Quintea in the Boatley as well. Ryan Cody P20 in the Macho Engine Mercedes. P21, Ryan Wampler in the McLaren. P22, Joseph German in the Godzilla Nissan GTR. P23, Dave Miller in the Audi. P24, Carlos Bungay in the Lexus as well. P25, Alexandre Shawinski in the Porsche. P26, Josh Barrett in the Godzilla Nissan GTR as well. P27, Stephen Henson in the McLaren. P28, Joe Crunk Jr. in the Ferrari. P29, Matt Melson in the Aston Martin. P30, Matthew Jarcera in the McLaren. P31, Bruce Hopkins in the Aston. And rounding up the rear is the one and only Jose Guzman in the Honda.
Jose, I'm late for Quali Guzman.
Yes.
Yes. And that, so a very chunky grid tonight. Looking forward to the race. Honestly, so like you said, quite a bit of a gap between the fastest lap times in Quali from the top of the grid to the bottom. Carlo, I gotta say, Max Diggs doing a fantastic job being in P8 overall, right behind all the fast boys. Luis also really fast, honestly, today. We do have our side by side, right? Let's just double check that.
Yeah.
Replay. Oh, there it is.
This camera brought to you by Mercedes, as we sit on top of the Mercedes Arena awning.
Good luck, fellas. Yes, you came so close to dying last lap. Oh, yeah, we just saw that. Sorry. I'm reading it again. So, as our drivers make their way across the back straight, I thought somebody just went off there and it was just the trees. A 16-degree track tonight. We don't quite have the sunset, the blinding sunset, do we? I thought we were getting that tonight.
I think Chris had altered it to where it was just past that point, just to be kind to the boys on the start, because the sun sets over turn 1.
Perfect. That would have been perfect.
Listen, we have had such great race starts, and I'm saying this now because I'm absolutely about to snipe this start, and we're going bowling. But honestly, like, these boys lately have been phenomenal in their lap ones for the most part.
Right. And as it goes green, it is now go time. A better start for Sakachi than it has been for Carl Big as they come side by side into turn 1. Let's get the side camera up. All the drivers now starting to make their way.
A little bit of 3 wide, a little bit of bumping in the rears. Everyone keeps the cars pointing in the straight line. 4 wide through turn 1. Outside a little bit of bumping, honestly, not too bad. As I say that,
we do have the Mr. Clean sideways. Unfortunately, a little side tap there. Just got him. Ooh. So Mr. Clean now mopping the track in the back, unfortunately for him. David Funk gets passed by Luis Castro into turn 3. That was very close. Kubarek now is also letting some drivers through, I guess. A yellow flag for Sawinski. I'm not able to click on him.
Yeah, he is in the sand right now. Looks like he might have just gotten either he went wide or got pushed wide through the kink there. Right, as they are heading into the
side by side for the Schumacher S's. I do see German side by side now with is that with Big Chris? He does slot in behind and makes it safely. Further back in the field, there is 2 wide into the Schumacher S's.
That's a bold move, Cotton.
That is a bold move, Cotton. And as all of our drivers start to make their way into the back straight, oop, I just had a loss of audio. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. Carl Big leading 2/10 off of Sakachi. Sorry, I mean Chris Big. And that is going to be
2 wide through the chicane.
Kaio and Joby.
You love to see it. That was some good racing.
Oh, no, that was not Joby.
I think that was Kaio. And I don't know who that was.
Into turn 1, Carl's still leading the race off of Sakachi. Carl is not able to shake him off. Rados is also just sitting right behind watching these 2 battling, and we'll have to see if he can make a move. If they start battling, he might be able to make his way through, and then you would have to race next season. The trains are not stopping. From P10 all the way down to P26, a train of less than a second between every single driver. McSharpenberry, 3/10 off of Heslin, who's leading this big train right now. Do we have a replay for?
I do.
All right, let's see it.
He gets absolutely side-doored by
Ooh.
I think that's Swinsky.
Yep. That is hurtful.
And just rotates him, and then I believe Schwinsky is the one that goes off in the kink here. Ooh.
Oh.
So it looks like he just. Oh.
Ooh, missed his braking.
Holy moly. There's a breaking point there somewhere. Manages to find the hole, gets through, doesn't collect anyone. doing the opposite of what his livery says he did not break the corner.
I guess that's one way to put it. Further back in the field, so Melanson today having quite a bit of a race with Joe Kronk Jr. I'd love to see these fights happening further in the back. So these drivers are both, as far as I'm aware, fairly new still to the game. You would love to see that some racecraft building between them. Oh, and as I say that, I sniped him.
Oh my god,
Oh.
Ferris.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything, boys.
It's literally on stream.
I didn't do it. Nobody saw that. Nobody watches us anyways, so.
Could you imagine if we had penalties for stream snipers?
What are you gonna do?
We got penalty points.
Oh, that Red Bull Aston not looking too pretty right now, unfortunately.
So just a mild update up front here. Carl Big with a 7/10 lead over Mate, who has a 6/10 gap to Andrew Rados. So the top three staying close. They are pulling a gap away from Uthman in P4. So the Honda boys are doing Honda things. Let's see if they continue to do Honda things by possibly just dying.
Precise assassination. That's exactly it. So Joseph German opting for the super early pit stop, it looks like. I don't think German was involved in any incidents, was he? No. So it is the mega
Joseph.
undercut. Oh. And Dylan Sauer and Joby.
Oh my god.
Oof. So there was contact in between both drivers, and Dylan not able to recover the car safely. Almost, he does lose a lot of positions and finds himself down in P18 now behind Ryan Cody.
So I'm gonna find that replay here because Joby in the process had a very spicy rejoin. So I found the incident.
All right, let's see it on stream.
Yeah, so we have Dylan Sauer on the inside, Joby trying to take the outside line. Turns in a little bit, him and Dylan come together. Dylan tries to hold it.
The rejoin was
Joby's
fine.
able to just slip right back into where he actually essentially was. He did lose a position, but unfortunately Dylan was not able to save that. As I go back live, Joby with Carlos Guzman on his inside going side by side as they are in the Mercedes arena here. Looks like Joby's going to lose that position to Carlos Guzman.
Yeah, so we were also watching them live. The two drivers are battling. They really are battling for this. It's super tight in between both drivers. Little door bang there into turn 6. Another one here. Joey is going to get by, and now unfortunately for Carlos, he's going to be looking at Heslin and Caio right behind him. A little bit of a flash there from Carlos.
Ryan Wampler did get a move done on Carson Bungay. Moves up to P22 overall. It wasn't a battle for in-class position, but does get the move done, so kudos to him. Also, I just realized, Dylan Beveridge, why are you not?
Oh yeah, Astro's livery's dope.
Yeah. Heard another yeah, you just hopefully yeah, that sounds painful.
Yeah, Joseph, get that fixed. I'm sorry to hear.
There are some great Black Friday deals going on right now.
Yes, actually, speaking of that, I have seen, this is more for Milo because he was looking for a shifter. Fanatec's one's like half off.
Yeah, Fanatec's doing some insane deals right now if you're in the Fanatec family, or if you aren't scared about going to Fanatec. They are having some really good deals right now.
Yeah, side by side, Caio and Carlos Guzman. So this fight has not ended at all. Yeah, Joseph, I just got to say, we have welded all of the manhole covers on Nurburgring.
Yes.
So
it's
not our fault.
Ooh, a little bit of an accordion here. And Caio almost got a little deep sniff by Kyle Heslin in that McLaren.
So position swap also for Chris Turner. Loses 2 positions going wide into turn 1. Ryan Cody and Jose Guzman get past. So Jose, who was started from the back, already into P18. So great charge by him right now.
Was this a tactical move by Chris to get behind Ryan so that he could do the honors today?
Ryan, don't die. Ryan about to get murdered into the chicane by Chris, as is tradition. Further up, so back to the front of the field, these 3 Hondas still separated by just half a second each. They have a gap of 3 seconds off of Badmus, who is now just half a second again in front of Luis. Paul's livery is looking great too.
Yeah, Uthman is running away from trying to not catch the Ligma. But the Ligma is creeping. Oh, yeah. Lewis gives him the Ferris flash as they head into the chicane.
Yeah, and he does have his left indicator on, as usual.
So he is aroused.
Yes.
Common side effect with Ligma is that you are constantly aroused.
Paul gets around Chris. I'm not sure if Chris has let him through or made a mistake, but he's already 2 seconds back. Always such bloody great racing throughout the field. I swear to God, yes, it is.
Yes. As we say that, Mark Robeson gets the move done on Max Diggs until turn 1.
Yeah, I imagine Max has let Robeson have the position. That is a tactical move by Max, who has inherited, by the way, P1. So I believe it was Kai that had the fastest lap for quali and silver. So Max so far inheriting P1, 2 seconds off the Joby. So just all he has to do is just keep it clean and keep it safe and keep this pace, and he has the win so far. Again, the front of the field, 6/10 off of each other. The gap is the exact same from front to back. Carl does not have an easy race today. No. Sorry, I mean Chris.
Keeping all the boys sweaty today.
A mistake by Badmus lets Luis get past, and that is the move done. They are going to go side by side almost into...
God, Luis closes the door before the kink and said, no.
So Badmus is going to stick back and make it through the chicane right behind Luis. We'll see if he can get the move done back again, but Luis is gonna get that spot.
Luis showing the words. You know, the strengths of the Aston going through that chicane and just eats all the curves, doesn't lose any time.
Yeah,
and hold a pretty good gap too.
Yeah, a fantastic race as well further back in the field. Dominic Chaumont and Michael Lukey. Lukey makes a mistake coming out of the chicane, and Dominic is going to get just ahead. He is going to keep the outside for turn 1. Sauer nearly hit in the back. Really good evade there. Lukey also completely bottoming out into turn 1, taking the tight line there. Looks like these guys are going to keep on fighting. As they have a back marker now, letting everybody through. Matt Melanson there. So, Dylan
gets stuck behind them briefly here as they're coming out of the Mercedes arena. Really awkward moment for Dylan there.
Yeah.
Not much that Melanson could really do there.
Yeah, and he does have Jose as well on the inside for the next corner. Dylan really stuck now behind, and a little contact is going to get spun. Oh. I think he's calling it. Not been the best race for Dylan, unfortunately. After, he's parked it. Sorry to see that, and it's an Alt F4.
Insta Alt F4.
Insta Alt F4. So as he gets stuck behind a Matt Melanson, a back marker, trying to let everybody through, he's not able to get his exits in sync to make the pass. Yeah, saw it coming. Yep. So do we. Back ahead. So Carl with the purple lap, a 53.8 race pace. A 53.7 race pace. and a 53.8 last time around. So very fast laps, very consistent as well.
Max
further back in the field
gets the move done on Mark Robeson. I think Mark Robeson made a mistake on the final corner, and Max got the move done.
It was so avoidable from the other guy. Yeah, I guess so. It is unfortunate. So Mark letting Joby through as well. I think Mark is just taking it easy. I think Mark is saying he might not have the pace to catch up to Funk, so just take it easy, get the race done, and get your points.
Mini update to the cars up front. Carl, Mate, and Rado's kind of maintaining the same gaps, and that gap to the cars behind is now up to 6.5 seconds.
Yep, so 6.5 seconds. Luis now in P4. Badmus 7/10 off of him. David Funk 1 second off of him. Are we gonna see Badmus try and make the pass again? Luis has gone pretty fast now, and Badmus, it looks like, not having a great time in that Ferrari. He's been really, really rapid in the other track so far. Yahoo boy. Carlos Guzman, 2/10 off of Robeson. It looks like Robeson is yielding that inside line there for Carlos Guzman. Kaio's directly behind him though now. Wonder if Kai's thinking, let me go too as well. How are those top three go lap after lap so close? You have no idea. They are just half a second away from each other each, and it's been consistently the same. We do have Rados has picked up the fastest lap of the race by just half of a tenth.
Yeah,
Carl.
I don't know if you saw that, but so Carl had it, Mate crossed the line, had it, and then Rados immediately had it, grabbed it. So it was back-to-back purple laps from Mate, and then Rados immediately behind by 7 thousandths.
Yeah, it's extremely close here for these three up top. The Honda boys having a great lap, so great race so far, not just a single lap. Chris Big leading still. So these gaps are not really, they're not really expanding or closing all that much.
Yeah, it's kind of maintaining. Another close battle we have going on right now is that Silver. Paul Cantea is keeping Ryan honest right now. Chris Turner right behind Paul as well. So battle of the admins of New World Sim Racing going on in the middle of the pack here.
Battle of the admins, I like that. And let me join in as well and try and snipe some.
Yeah, let's just get all of us in here. The only one we'll be missing, I think, is David Funk at that point. And you know, he's just flexing his big admin energy of being P6 overall right now.
Funky Town.
Ryan, give us a flash. Does he actually mute it for the race? No way.
There's no way he mutes us for the race. Come on, Ryan.
Do it for the fine.
Further up ahead, Kaio just 3/10 off of Robeson still again. So Robeson dropped off a second now off of Carlos Guzman, and Kai is still, I don't want to say stuck behind, but it looks like he's not able to get past.
You want to go side by side here. Rados is close.
Right as I switch to Chaumont, we see a Lukey sideways off of the chicane and is now going to try and make his way back into the track. Now we have Chaumont and Guzman, Jose. So Jose gets the move down on Dominic after Dominic was side by side with Lukey. Dominic is going for the inside line into turn 1. Jose takes the long way around, is going to get the inside for turn 2. And is going to keep the spot so far. So this fight, Dominic honestly having his fair share of fighting today, battling. It's great.
Yeah. So Andrew had a moment in turn 1. He got a big whiff of what Mate had for dinner tonight. Gaps kind of opened back up again, but he was in there. He was in there like swimwear on a Florida beach. Um,
Oh my God.
so the boys up front still pushing super hard. Rados was 3/10 quicker last lap than Carl and Matteo had.
Yep.
He's trying to make King Baboon proud right now.
So we are only 20 minutes into the race. It feels like we've been going on forever. There's been so many battles.
Oh, I'm sure some of these boys are like, we've only done 20 minutes. I'm going to die.
I wonder how
so
many
many
of the
battles
guys
going
are
on.
completely drenched in sweat right now in their seats.
Rado's 100% VR, you know, the VR boys sweat quicker than others.
Yep,
And I'm
that
sure
I can
he's just
confirm.
drenched in Cheeto sweat right now. As he's starting to make mistakes, that gap to Mate has now increased to a little over a second now.
Oh, so we do have the Ryan death by Paul Cantea and another
In the
smash.
chicane,
at the
and that was
chicane.
Chris.
Right as I switched to him, so Paul and Ryan both killed.
Paul with the sack, Chris getting the half sack on that kill there on Ryan in the chicane, as the cards foretold us before the race.
And as is tradition,
replay.
Ryan has gotten Ryan. Right as I switched to them, by the way. So
Let's get an inside look here on Paul Cantea.
I think that one was more on Ryan for forcing the.
Paul did give him the old flasheroo. They are side by side. Yep.
And it is, unfortunately, that is the contact.
Yep. Oh.
That'll do it. Jose Guzman now still fighting with Dominic Chaumont. So Jose has lost the position. I think we've missed the pass or mistake maybe from him, and is now continuing this battle with Dominic. So looks like he has a really good run out of the S's and is going to go side by side into the next corner.
Beautiful boys. Beautiful racing here.
Beautiful
Giving each other
race.
so much space. Like,
A lot
let's
of
go.
space. A lot of
You'd love
space.
to see the pace. Also, to go back to the Ryan Paul incident, if they were not like, bro, you better not back out, bro, you better not back out, that's probably what's happening in the voice chat as that went down.
Probably.
Max Diggs making the move on the inside of
Outside.
inside, outside, upside down.
Outside, inside. Inside,
Yeah.
inside.
So Max Diggs on the outside, Joby making the dive on the inside, gets the move done, gets the position, moves up to P7 overall, first in silver. So that's a battle for class winner, as we are still 38 minutes to go.
38 minutes.
It's only been
to go.
2 minutes. It's only been 2 minutes, Ferris.
Yep.
It can't last that long here.
What's going on?
What was that?
I'll be back in an hour, boys. I'm gonna go take a nap. So Paul Cantea, unfortunately, after that incident with Rion Cody, is gonna drop all the way to P23. Where is Ryan? So Ryan has pitted, I guess, to repair the damage. Max Diggs is now Max Diggs and Joby are the closest battle on track. The top three are now separated by a second to each other. Pardon me, to each other.
Ferris Park. The chlorine's gotten to you, man. You're totally freaking out.
Chlorine has gotten me, mate.
These schnauzer taste like schnauzer.
Breathe. The second from the top three. Carl, his last lap nearly takes back purple lap. So that is so far going to be points for Rados. An additional 2 points if he can keep this up.
Nah, he won't.
He won't.
No.
All right. Well, Rados, you heard the man. Your time's up.
Honda it real quick.
Mark Robeson, so Kai Yo did, during that whole shebang, Kai did get past Mark Robeson and is now leading by half a second. So Mark still, I don't know if Mark has given the spot again tactically, is just trying to get through this race, get his points, and inherit any further deaths up ahead. Barrett up to Ryan Wampler. So Ryan so far doing very well, giving himself P2 in bronze, especially after we've seen Kubarek's lap time during quali. It looks like Paul has also jumped into the pits. That Mr. Clean Nissan is not looking very clean on one side, to be honest. Barrett.
You dirty boy.
You got some work to do.
I just want to give a quick shout out to Carl Big actually right now. His lap times have been insanely consistent since the start here. I don't know if he's like already on like 2 warnings or something like that, and you know he's just, but you know so far his lap times have looked really solid, really consistent.
Yep. Right as we switch there, Barrett does get around Ryan Wampler and is gonna keep on charging up ahead. So Barrett also, no, Barrett did not start at the back of the grid. We do have our first gold pit. So Uthman Badmus, it's in 34 minutes to go. We're nearing the halfway point for the race, and start to see what strategies the boys are doing. Carlos Guzman goes for the dive into turn 1. Max does see it coming and leaves just a little bit of room.
We are having a repeat battle. Paul Cantea, Ryan Cody, side by side through the Mercedes arena, and who is this? Oh, they have Joby in between them since they both, because Paul did his pit stop. So Paul and Ryan both have had their pit stops, and they're battling right now on track.
Yeah, so great battle so far. They are in the middle of the right in front of the silver fight. So Max Diggs, who's battling with Carlos Guzman, Ryan Cody, who's battling with Paul Cantea. These are the 2 closest battles on track, and they're right next to each other.
Yeah, this is actually really wild. And this is something I was talking about. Like, you know, not only the gap between lap times, but also being a short track, you're going to have these battles continue as folks are taking their pit stops.
Yep. So, I wonder if Max there is being held up as much as, because Carlos is very close there to Max Diggs. He did get a better exit, it looks like. He's going to have possibly a run into the chicane. And we do have Rados, the first of our podium that has pitted further up ahead. 33 minutes to go. Carlos Guzman extremely close there to Max. It's a little tap, it looks like. Or was it not? And Max is going to go for the undercut. So Max does not want to get involved with a fight with Paul and Ryan, and is going to go for his pit stop as well.
I do see a registered contact 156.
There is a registered contact. Oh yeah, it did show up there.
So insta-ban. So I'm curious to see where Rados comes out with all the traffic.
Yeah, that is going to play a big factor into, well, actually the undercuts are kind of dangerous here a little bit. It looked like Paul almost got his way with Ryan again.
So Rados about to come out of the pits. He's going to come right into traffic. This is not going to be good. He's got Michael Lucky, who just passed, and then it looks like Barrett, Ryan Wampler closely behind. So he's going to fall behind Barrett here, and it looks like Matthew Jasura as well. So this is going to get interesting.
It's not great for Rados. Yeah, he's going to lose some time trying to get around the folks, and they don't have to yield position as well.
Right.
As I say that, Ryan Wampler does yield, so a easy move for Rados. Good on him. And yeah, and then we'll see what Rados can do. So Rados still with the purple lap of the race.
So that was actually Matthew Desura, who was a back
Oh.
marker.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was Ryan Wampler then.
You're fine,
Where is
but
Ryan Wampler? Oh, here we go.
Josh Barrett ahead is not a back marker. We'll see.
Yeah. I believe Josh is gonna make this fairly easy.
Unless that PayPal went through.
So this battle between Paul and Ryan is still continuing. Paul in the big boat, Ryan in the big macho V8. Further up ahead, Kai Yo. Oh, I thought he was getting moved on Carlos Guzman. Carlos Guzman into the pits, and Kai is going to inherit P2 so far. So we'll see where he can come out. Like we did say, Josh has made it easy on Rados.
Yep, so I'm going to request a refund for that PayPal transfer. And now Rados has some nice clean air. So now we'll see how, Carl and Mate do. They're still in their clean air. Can be interesting.
Yep. A invalid lap for Carl there. I wonder if he got a warning. Where is our pit lane spy?
Yeah, bullet.
How many warnings does Carl have? That car does not look stable, to be honest, right now. It is sliding. No warnings yet. I do not believe it. 30 minutes to go in the race. Honestly, like, Carl's car does not look stable. It looks like a Honda. It really does look like a Honda. And then right at the 30-minute mark, Carl does go into the pits. That looks slidey as well.
It almost does Honda things in the pit lane. Oh my god.
Right as
Oh my god.
I think he's going to give himself a warning for that, even if the game doesn't give him one. Paul Cantea just a 10th off of Ryan into the back straight. Are we going to... Ryan? Get away from Paul? It's the chicane.
I guess we're about to find out.
I think further behind, Kaio does jump into the pits. Is that him? Yes. So not wanting to disturb this battle between the three. Why? I didn't put Helicam. Yeah, go ahead.
No, just I am closely watching the Carl Big pit stop. See how that goes compared to Rados. They were only a couple seconds between each other, so...
Yeah, so Rados now coming around the final corner of the track. Is now onto the straight. Carl has just dropped off. Here's the side-by-side.
Yeah, so... This is close.
This is going to be close.
This is really close. Oh,
Carl has just the inside. It looks like Rados is going to go the long way around.
He's got the fresher tires. He's up to 10. Rados just undercutted P1. So not only did he... We don't know about Mate yet, but Andrew has at least gotten a position of Carl Big. That's insane.
Yeah, so Andrew has gotten the position back. So Carl on fresher tire, I think it's 3 laps, but he's got to get them up to temperature. Yeah.
Rados needs to run now. He needs to create this gap.
Yeah, bad pit for Carl, it looks like the Gil says in chat. So Mate might get up in front, especially if these two start battling it out.
So the difference was Rados 4 seconds quicker in pits than Carl.
Yeah, that is quite a bit.
And now Mate is in the pits. He's already stopped. So I think Mate's going to be okay here.
So as we follow this fight, when they get around the final corner, let's see where Mate stands compared to the two. It looks like Mate might just inherit the lead, especially with these two fighting and losing time now.
Yep. As they're heading down the backstretch here. Trying to look here. So Mate should be dropping any second now. He just dropped. So identical stopped time to Rados. 32 seconds. Let's see what the time is here at the line. Again, Oh, he's got a nice hefty gap here.
Yeah. Mate wins big on that. Pun intended.
Yep. So him and Ranos identical stops. Carl big losing big there, losing 2 positions, and
the
Mate
gap
finding 3 seconds.
Yep. 3.5 seconds to Rados, and that is gonna be so. This has completely changed, shuffled the order for the front runners. The battle rages on. 26 minutes to go in the race, and Ryan and Paul still fighting it out. Ryan now trying to get around Ryan Wampler. Ryan and Ryan. We missed the Ryan Smith Cup.
Yeah, it never happened.
Never happened. Ryan, how dare you?
I think the new goal is, I think it's Mike Smith. There's like over 140 Mike Smiths or something like that.
Oh my god. Oh god. So Ryan does back out just a little bit there, and Paul closes the gap just a... These two are going to continue fighting, it looks like, further back in the field.
This also is positioned with Ryan Wampler. Ryan Wampler has already pitted.
Yep.
So this is a 3-way battle.
This is a 3-way battle. We also saw Badmus there, so dropping behind Funk was 1/10 off of him. I don't remember Badmus falling behind. I guess he had a bad pit stop.
I guess so. Yeah, he just came out just behind David Funk.
Yeah, David
Ryan
Funk
Cody,
has just
Paul
come out and pitched.
Cantea side by side. Paul Cantea gets the move done on Ryan Cody.
Yeah, further back as well at the same time, Shawinski gets the move done on David Miller. So Shawinski inherits, that is P4 in bronze, P27 overall. Kaio still again, oh my god, right as I switch to them, that is Matt Melanson jumping off the curb in the chicane. Scary moment there for Mark Robeson right ahead. And now directly behind Joby gets the move done on McSharpenberry. So Joby did fall back. I don't remember seeing that. What happened to Joby? Wasn't he in front?
He was stopped. His pit stop was 1:19. I think he had damage or something.
Just repairing it, probably then. Yeah, so that.
Yeah, it looks like he had some contacts with Paul.
Oh yeah, he did.
And then also with Dylan Sauer as well.
He did.
Sorry, not Paul. That is Carlos Hughes. 130.
The car that was pitted in front of him threw him off. Is that for Carl? Yeah, that'll do it. Paul Cantea and Ryan Wamper side by side on the main straight. Paul has the inside 4 turn 1. We'll see if Ryan can sneak in and get the move done as well. He is looking for him.
And that information is coming from Nomass, 100% trusted source.
We trust Nomass.
Yep. So Jose Kuzmin heading into the pits. That leaves Dominic Chamont as the lone person that has not been in.
Yeah. We do have Mate Sakachi directly behind him, so this is 4-track position. However, Dominic has not pitted. We'll have to see. So the gap has dropped down to 2 seconds from Rados from 3.5. This might be just enough.
Yeah,
so Dominic does yield the track position.
Not before slowing him up a little bit. That gap is now down to 1.3 seconds, 1.2 from Andrew Rados.
Yeah, Andrew Rados directly behind now. We can see a second off of Chaumont. Carl Big is starting to close that gap as well. This is getting a little spicy up in front now. So the gaps are under a second from all drivers right now. Jose Guzman comes out of the pits in P6 overall. P6 in silver, sorry. Sorry. I am completely off. P8 in silver. So 5 seconds off of Heslin. Heslin has had a quiet race. I don't think we have looked at him very much today.
Yeah, sometimes, quiet race gets the job done.
Quiet race is a good race. Bruce Hopkins as well, very very well known for that, opting to start from the back today.
So Rados is going to catch Dominic Chamont right after the chicane. He's going to lose 0 time as Dominic dives into the pits. So Rados, Carl, the big winners there on the back markers, I think, just chiseling away a little bit of that gap that they had. Can you get a birthday shout out for someone? Only for you, no mess.
Happy birthday, No Mas.
No, it's for someone.
Yeah, well, happy birthday, No Mas, still.
Okay, well, happy birthday, no mess.
No Mas, you are someone. You're welcome. So, Carl Big, half a second now to run.
You just said someone, we chose no mess.
Yeah. Happy birthday, No Mas.
Happy birthday, no mess.
The gap now 2 seconds to P1. Was that Sakachi? No, that is David Miller off track right in front of the race leaders. He does stick to the inside and wait for them to pass before coming back out. Good awareness there from Miller. I did think for a second that was Sakachi, but that would have made things really interesting. Carl Big now 6/10 off of Rados. The gap still 2 seconds to P1. Sakachi really winning big on the pit cycles.
Yeah, no mess. You can take that to Carl's stream and let chat know there that you are someone unpopular to what that chat believes.
Yep. You can clip it and chip it, just like Chris said it. Yeah. Just like Chris said at the beginning of the stream, clip it and ship it. Every single time I say something stupid, just clip it and ship it.
So we haven't seen a Honda do Honda things yet, outside of Carl's almost Honda moment heading into this.
You subbed 99% of them.
Oh, like gifting subs in Carl's stream? I believe it. I'm pretty sure every time I get a gifted sub, it's usually for Nomas.
Nomas the generous.
So Andrew Rados almost has that gap down to under 2 seconds, teetering there. He is trying.
So 3/10 faster than Sakachi last lap around, and Carl is just sticking to Rados.
Sounds about right, no mess. Uthman still keeping that gap close to David Funk as he put it down a personal best last lap. These boys just still putting up some fights.
Yep.
Throughout the field, a lot of the gaps have kind of spread out a bit. Ryan Wampler has Ryan Cody about 7/10 behind. Milo is coaching the youths of the future.
Milo's is making sure the youth are well behaved. Yeah, let's say that.
So, Andrew Rados drops a 53.9 the last lap, by the way. So that gap down to 1.5. Rados has found his groove. He is trying to make Nick proud of him.
Yeah. We did, right as I switched off, Ryan Wampler does lose the position to Ryan Cody. And now Bruce Hopkins directly behind Ryan Wampler now. Ben Kubarek sitting very close. Right as we switch off, Carlos Bungay right behind Bruce Hopkins is sideways. Is that out of the chicane? And a yellow flag for Ryan Cody.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Uh-oh. Ryan?
Ryan? I'm not reading that, no mess. No.
Ryan.
Let's get a replay up for
Oh, yeah.
Ryan there. All right, so it was at the Mercedes Arena, I believe, and
Yeah,
Ben Kubrick, mate. I just said something good, Ben.
Where we
Misses
learned
his
today,
brakes into the
Ferris.
chicane and is gonna unfortunately yield 2 positions. Let's see what Ryan did.
What? Okay, I'm gonna take a guess. This might be a Bondi thing.
Bondi thing?
So looks totally fine. Makes a corner, then goes way right, and then just parks it and toes.
Oh, parks it and toes.
Yes, no mess with their feet.
Ryan, yes. Ryan has definitely had a Bondi moment.
Yeah, I think Bondi got aggro.
Mm-hmm.
Bondi got into something Bondi shouldn't be in.
Yeah. The gap between Rados up ahead still 1.7 seconds to Sakachi. 2/10 faster last lap around, and Carl is still within 6/10 of Rados, so they're not really able to close that gap and make any passes. Yeah, well, thank you very much for the gifted sub to Stream Elements. Stream Elements always getting the gifted subs. It's great.
Absolutely robbed.
If only there was a way to mark. If only there was a way to mark bots not to get the subs.
Wait, so not only did Stream Elements get sub 2 months in a row, it was both from Nomas. Favoritism much from Nomas?
Well, thank you very much, Nomas. And right as you do that, Carl does get that gap down to 3/10 from Rados, so these two are continuing the fight. 14 minutes to go in the race, and Jose Guzman, a yellow flag, out of the chicane.
I think we had our first Honda moment.
We had a first Honda moment as Dominic Shomo makes his way around, and now they're going to continue this fight one more time.
I do want to give a shout out to Jose Guzman. He started last, and he was up to P15 before the Honda moment.
Yep.
All right, so I have that up on stream. Oh,
let's see it. We're up.
Jose, there's a break point here. You probably shouldn't be worrying about flashing when you forget your breaking point, bud.
I guess so. And then
he on us.
Oh my God. Yeah, that'll do it.
This is what we call karma. To flash into the off-track Bonda spin. Let's go.
And right as I switched to Carl there, into the chicane right behind Andrew Rados, almost sliding off. That did not look stable at all again. So that gap was a 10th between Rados and Carl. Rados has lost a lot of time now defending, and that gap to Sakachi is 2.6 seconds.
You know, that's fair. No mess. We understand.
Now with 13 minutes to go, things are starting to happen one more time on stream. The gaps are starting to get closer. 4/10 from Badmus and Funk, 3 now. And we'll see. I don't think Badmus is going to get enough room to make something happen into turn 1. Kind of looked like he was thinking about it. That gap was close. Thank you. You guys are so much nicer than Carl and his cult. You mean Chris and his cult. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Kyle Heslin now, 3/10 off of McSharpenberry into the main straight. Thank you for the flash, Kyle. He's looking at the inside, and McSharpenberry does make a defensive move on that. That's going to make him lose some time into turn 2. Carlos called shadows. Oh, I know. But
This
I
is why
called
you
him.
shouldn't lurk in the shadows.
And there's the lurk. Right as you say it, I love it.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
The shadows are everywhere.
I literally saw that pop up literally as you were saying the word.
Yep. Same.
I love it. There's one. Yep. So Kyle Heslin dropping back again to 4/10. This gap is going to stay as is for, it looks like, the remainder of this lap unless McSharpenberry makes a mistake. Chris Turner now 4/10 off of Dominic Chomo. So Dominic has had his fair share of fighting this race. And now Chris is behind him. Who I do have to, I mean, we're obligated to do this, right? What is this?
What? Gary just loves some Dirty Bird, man.
Is that Carson?
Yeah. This is Carson.
That is Carson. Well, hi Carson.
Hey, listen, in NCAA you can have sponsorships and get paid by companies. So Carson's just taking those opportunities.
Yeah, I guess so. And he does close that gap down to 2/10 into the final corner. Dominic is really taking a defensive line. And we'll see. I think Chris is going to get a better exit and has the toe. 3/10, 2/10. He might have a move into turn 1. He is closing that gap. He's going to stick behind.
If that was one of us, he would have sent it.
Yeah, I would have sent it.
He would have gave us the Dirty Bird.
Yep. So let's get back. 9 minutes to go in the race, 9.5. And Mate is now leading 2/10 off of Rados, who's still leading 7/10 off of Carl Big. Luis Castro in P4, a quiet race after the initial battle with Badmus, is still in P4, 19 seconds off of the top 3. David Funk, 5.5 seconds behind, and with Badmus lurking just behind him. I don't know if Badmus is gonna get enough, is gonna have enough time to make a move on David Funk's. It looks like David has made that pass and is gonna stay up ahead. Further back, Max Diggs is leading silver, 2 seconds off of Carlos Guzman. So Carlos, a quiet race today. And he does have Mark Robeson lurking just behind him, and Kai Yo just sitting in the toe. Ben Kubarek leading the bronze class down in P14, a quiet a ways away to Ryan Wamper. We do have a yellow flag for Jayasura.
Yep, as I went to him, I saw him doing the official McLaren donut, trying to get the car straightened, and you just completely keep looping it in the same.
Yeah, he
it's
does.
a trademark McLaren skill.
Yeah, he does rejoin the track right in front of P1, so Matei Sakachi just sitting directly behind. You guys sell stuff? Please tell me that Milo's ugly mug is not on anything. No, unfortunately, no ugly mug.
No, Milo's ugly mug is only on Chris Turner liveries.
Oh, and it looks like Jayasura is not yielding the position. That is gonna slow down Sakachi quite a bit, and now that gap to Rados is down to 1 second. Carl directly behind, so it looks like a lot of time lost there for Mate, and he's not gonna be really happy about that. Another yellow flag?
He's been having really good. Mate's having really good pace right now. I think he's going to be able to recoup this.
Well, there is Milo.
I guess he's done teaching them youths.
Milo has finished with the youth. Kyle Heslin now dropping that gap to McSharpenberry down to 2/10. These guys are going to keep on fighting. And right as I say that, Heslin does eat a little bit of curb, is going to lose a lot of his run onto Heslin.
Can you just let these boys race?
No.
Stop.
I have to snipe.
Stop it. Get some help.
I have to snipe. I've got to. I practiced my whole life for this. We should do Halloween shirts with Milo's face. Why?
Oh my god.
1/10. Another back marker has dropped the gap between P2 and P3. Rados and Carl Big. Sorry, I mean Chris Big. To 1/10. Carl. Did I say Carlos Big?
I think you did. I think
There's no way
you
I
not
said
only
it.
did it once to
No. Did I say
going
Carlos
on?
Big? There's no way I just said Carlos Big. No, I said Carl
Someone
Big.
please
I
flip
said Carl
it.
Big.
Someone go to the tapes for us.
No.
Did he literally
I did not.
misname someone twice in the same race?
did not.
This is getting worse.
How many drivers do I mix into one? All of them. It
Yes.
doesn't matter. If you're on the grid, I am gonna just say somebody else's name. I said Carlos Big.
Oh, Ferris. Not once, but twice.
Not twice. So Kaio now the inside line out of the S's on Mark Robeson. Mark is going to keep the spot. Who is that? A yellow flag for Ryan Cody. Another Bondi moment.
I don't know what is.
A yellow
And
flag
Milo has timed out. No.
Oh my god, no.
So another back marker playing some roles here. Gets out of the way here. So the gap to Carl and Rados is now 0.8 once more. That gap to Mate is 1.4.
Yeah. So 5 minutes to go. Traffic looking light ahead of them right now. Another yellow flag for Jaiser. He's not having a really good race right now. After his initial spin, it looks like he's having a tough time there.
Go sit in the naughty corner. Timed them out for 10 minutes.
Oh, that's rough.
That's rude, man.
That's rude. The top three still the same gap. 1 second, 1.5 seconds to Rados from Sakachi, 0.6 to Big from Rados, and then we do have further back the battle for P1 in silver down to a second. A second between P1 and P2 in silver, and another second between P2 and P3 in silver as well. There's no greater punishment for no mess. Why? So these fights are breaking out. Great. 4 minutes to go in the race and another lap. Mark just chilling in between the podium battle for the silver class. What? We've lost you. This battle between Dominic and Chris Turner is still carrying on. This gap has closed down once more to 0.3. Thank you very much, Nomas, for the gifted sub again. Very generous, thank you. Kaio now side by side with Mark Robeson is going to get the move done. Mark is now sitting behind the battle for the podium in silver. And Kai is going to take the defensive line on Mark this time. It looks like that. Lexus is fast.
Lexus go Burr.
Lexus go Burr.
Rados is trying so hard to reel in Mate. That gap just keeps going closer and then further, and it just keeps going back and forth.
Back and forth. So Carl really losing big in this race due to that pit stop. Oh, and right as I say that, a yellow flag for Carl.
Oh my.
I didn't say something good about him.
Ferris.
I didn't even switch to him. I switched to Rados.
Stop it.
Get some help. Well, I guess that means so Carl is now going to sit with 2 minutes to go, unfortunately. Another 2 laps to go. Or is that going to be... No, one last lap. So final lap starting now.
Joby and Dave Miller coming together in the hairpin.
Ooh. What do you want to see? Joby has not lost a spot due to it.
It was just
luckily for him.
No.
But that is going to be it for the battle in the lead, unless we can see Rados make that gap close down in this lap. Make that gap close down this lap. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, guys.
Milo, this is what happens when you're not here.
Yeah. Milo, I am the youth. Teach me. The battle for gold has now dissipated a little bit. Rados still keeping that purple lap throughout this all. The battle for silver, though, is brewing. 2 and 4 tenths between the podium drivers in silver. Into the final lap, starting now. So Kaio takes a inside line. He is going to go side by side with Carlos into Mercedes Arena. He has also Mark sitting directly behind him. Half a second between every single one of the silver drivers. Max Diggs still leading his pack. We need a Nissan podium. We do. We don't have it, though. So Max Diggs so far is second off of Carlos Guzman. Kaio's going to be really pushing for this P2 in class right now. Mark Robeson, I guess, is going to sit behind. I don't know if he's going to try and get involved or not. Someone quickly DSQ every silver in front of Barrett. Oh, I didn't even read that part.
So Rados found. Oh wow, it was that close. So they made it just in time to where they would not get the additional lap, which honestly, probably a good thing for Mate. Rados had gotten the gap down to a second out of that final corner.
Yeah, as we were looking. So Mate, Sakachi, Rados, and Big for the podium in gold. Luis Castro is going to keep it nice and quiet and clean. Into P4, David Funk 8 seconds behind. This gap between Kaio and Mark Robeson down to a 10th into the final chicane. Carlos and Max Diggs down to 2 tenths. I think we're going to see... Oh, I thought we were going to see Carlos attempt a dive into the final corner, and right as Carlos comes around... Oh no!
My. What just happened?
That is Uthman Badmus. That was sideways into the final corner, and that is Carlos losing second for it. What just happened?
My. So Max 6 P1, Kaio P2, Carlos Guzman takes P3, Joby crosses the line P4 in silver.
Oh my god, that was...
Alright, I'll go grab that real quick. What?
That is not what I expected to see into the final corner.
What in the Ferrari plan just happened?
So there was there a con? Don't know.
Okay, so Uthman just loses the car on the final corner.
Can we get the replay up one more time? All right, replay's up.
Yeah, so here's Uthman. He just loses it, and he's trying to save it, and just really having a bad time.
Into the final corner, right in front of Carlos, and Carlos just almost gets sent to the pits. Almost flips over. That is really unfortunate timing for Carlos.
It was just a slight clip.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Honestly, he is lucky.
And still keeps P3 in silver.
Yeah. That sucks.
Wow. That was something.
That was something. A unexpected ending to the race today. I don't know what else to say. Oh my god. Exciting finish, yes. After we lost the battle for the podium in gold, a really unfortunate end for Carlos there for P2. He almost had a run on Max on the final corner, and then instead just completely loses it as our drivers are making their way very safely to the pit stop. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was our Nurburgring race. Tiago's favorite, without the favorite part.
Yep.
Mate to Rados to Carl Big. Rados takes purple lap, is going to get a few extra points for that in Pro. For silver, Max Diggs, Caio, and Carlos Guzman. Unfortunately for Carlos, loses a bunch of time due to that final incident. That is something. And for the bronze class, Ben Kubrick, Ryan Wampler, and Shawinski for our podium in bronze. A great, quiet race for most of these drivers in bronze. And yeah, that is going to be Nurburgring, boys. Thank you very much for coming this week. We do have a week off coming up. So we will see you back for the GT3 series in 2 weeks in December. And
yeah, boy.
Yeah. Our M2 series has unfortunately just ended. Should we throw an extra round? We'll see. If you want an extra round of M Tuesdays, just spam us in chat in the Discord server, and we'll see if we can get one of those in. And we do have as well our iRacing series on Saturday. If you are interested in that. And with that, I've been Faris. We have Joey Spaghetti. Thank you very much for coming. See you next time.
Later.
Why not? Why not?
Jaden, no.
Spam us and we'll do it. Spam us and we'll do it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Ew.
M Tuesday is a state of mind. You around?
Bye.